Well, hello, gorgeous, and welcome back. I'm Tara Kinden. You have entered the zone of the full moon in Capricorn. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the human design energies that are here, the astrology that is here for us, and also I'm going to dive into a little bit of energy around the Sabian symbol. This is an extraordinary full moon. So first of all, you're going to go back to January 10th of 2024. That is when the new moon initiated. Then you're going to fast forward to October 10th-ish, around there, I think it was, for the first opening square. And now we're at the full moon, that sort of completion phase of the energy of this particular moon. So you're going to see like what started, what challenged you halfway through, and now what is fully blooming for you. And let's start with the Sabian symbol energies. Like, first of all, this moon is a gateway, it's a threshold, and it's going to be a moment for all of you where your intuition meets your inner visionary, where that child inside of you that carried the weight of the world is finally going to get to put down those bags and reclaim her innocence. And this is why this is such a powerful moon. And for those of you who have felt like you are old souls in young bodies, this is going to be right on time for you and your energy. So let's start with that Sabian symbol and the theme. The Sabian symbol for this lunation is a 5-year-old child carrying a bag filled with groceries. So this is such a powerful metaphor because those of us who came into this world early, ready, and fully responsible, you have literally felt like an old soul trapped in this very young body, doing all the adult things way before your time. But right now, this full moon is about reversing that polarity. And so, where you maybe felt once lost in your innocence far too soon, you're getting an opportunity to reclaim it. And this is going to happen through your play, through your pleasure, through just being fully present in the days, adding in some more creativity and more fun. This is the return of joy, not the version of naive joy, but the joy that we earned through decades of devotion, through really devoting ourselves to everyone else and everything else. Now it's an opportunity for you to kind of unpack some of that and come into your knowingness, your wisdom. So when we look at the human design, I've got notes everywhere. I'm not going to lie. So if I'm looking in multiple different directions, that's what's up. It's splenic projector vibes. Splenic energy comes through fast and quiet and sometimes a little furious, and you miss it if you're not paying attention. So I really would love for all of you to not miss the messages that are coming through to you. If you're like brand new to astrology or human design and this is a little overwhelming for you, don't look at the charts, or look at the charts and just listen. What is your body feeling? What resonates? Probably already you're like, yes, I am so an old soul trapped in this, was trapped in a young body, and like that resonates. Whatever resonates and lands for you is meant for you. Stay with that, throw the rest out. You can always come back to this as you grow and evolve and things start to land for you. You may want to come back and reflect like, wow, down the road, maybe a year, you come back and think about, wow, when I first listened to that, it didn't land, but now it's coming in more deeply for me. All right. So when we look at the human design, let's understand that the intuitiveness, the attunement to the now that you will be feeling. I want to start with Uranus, who is sitting in the gate of patience. Now, Uranus just moved into Gemini, which is giving us lots of options. We are learning so much. We will be on the cutting edge of things like travel, things like communications and technologies, and it's going to be mind blowing. There we go. Technology as my phone dings, right? I forgot to silence it, but here you go. We're getting inundated with information, and we're also being electrified and shaken out of the shells and the places that we have once felt confining. Now, I also want to mention that in human design, and I will speak to you in Karen Curry Parker's language. So for those of you like, wait, what, Gate? Quantum human design is what I got trained in up to level 4. I find her language to be the most accurate, and it resonated for me. So hopefully it will resonate for you as well. Again, take what works and ditch what doesn't. So unconsciously, the Earth is sitting in the gate 57. Now, this unconscious energy, as I say, it's very ancestral. This is the wisdom. Okay, so in the present chart, which may get a little confusing, I'm going to try to stay out of the weeds. The Earth is in divine inspiration, but unconsciously it's sitting in gate 57, which is instinct, the most intuitive gate of the chart. So I believe at this time we're receiving insights and information from far beyond where we are right now. Take that or leave that. When we're looking at the current chart, the sun is in the gate of starting something new. Actually, I forgot to share the chart with you. So hold please. Let me share that so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, here. So we look at the sun is up here. We look at Uranus. And so when I'm looking and talking about Uranus, he is, where is he? He's down here. He's in the gate 20. The gate 20 runs off the throat center. So this is about using our voice. And I'm going to talk about the golden frequency as well when we're moving through this, because there's a couple activated gates off of the throat center. You can see that we have quite a bit of definition in this chart. And for projectors, that's kind of cool because normally it can, well, not normally, it can be anything, but here we go. Never mind. I'm not going to get too deep on all the things. If you want to go deeper into charts and your own charts, you can always reach out and I will hook you up with the reading so you can learn more about yourself. So we have a fully open sacral center, which means there are no gates being activated off this center. We really want to watch where we're putting our workforce, life force energy. What are we investing in and what are we ready to ground? And maybe now is not the time for taking total action. I think we're in a place of deep receptivity. We're also wide open in our emotional solar plexus and in the root. I think we're really understanding during this full moon where we have been allowing ourselves to receive and where we are blocking ourselves from receiving. So we're going to play with that a little bit while we talk. The Earth is in the gate 54. So the Earth is here, gate 54. Gate 54 is down here in the root center, and that's divine inspiration. This is attached to our adrenal glands. Okay, this is where we become a conduit for divine inspiration and that we learn how to be at peace being the steward of this divine inspired idea. Like for a lot of you, you are getting downloaded with insights and inspirations that are maybe way ahead of their time. And you're like, what do I even do with this? Don't worry, we're going to talk about it. So I want to mention too that gate 22 here, where the north node is, runs off of that emotional solar plexus. This is the emotions. This is the surrender, the gate of surrender. This is the waters of the world. And we are all connected through emotion. This is what makes us unique and different to robots and technology, is that we have the ability to feel. When we heard about the floods in Texas, we all felt something about that. The feeling is what brings us together. It's what starts the manifestation and the calibration phase. I'll continue to talk about that, but I just wanted you to keep that in mind. The waters of the world and how we're so connected via feeling and how important our feelings are and how much they matter. Now, the South Node is in gate 47. This is the gate of mindset, really checking ourselves before we wreck ourselves so that we're not thinking about shit that doesn't matter. We're thinking about things that take you to a place that doesn't feel correct for you. And I'll leave that there. But we've really been working on this. Those of us who are ready have really been working. What am I thinking about? What is my most predominant thought? Because whatever that is the reality I will find myself in. Okay, that's facts. That's just, I'm going to leave that there. The moon, remember, she's out of bounds. I don't know if I mentioned that, but she is out of bounds. So she's acting a little wild. And she isn't playing by the script. And remember, this moon is in Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. It's very strategic. It's very goal oriented. It's structures, it's boundaries, it's all of that. And it's wild. She's out of bounds. So she's like, what structures, what boundaries? Let's go way outside the norm, which is wonderful because this is the gate of the visionary. So, what is your vision for yourself, for your life, for the world? What's that vision? Let it be wild. Let it be a little outrageous. It's down here, of course, in the root center as well. So, we're getting this pressure, and you're all feeling this pressure to innovate, pressure to change, to do things differently, to have bigger visions. And sometimes it is overwhelming because you don't know what to do with it. And I will say, like, right in this moment, maybe you don't need to know what to do with it, but the ideas are coming in. Let's talk about Mercury. Mercury is in his shadow phase. He is about to go retrograde as of next week, and he's slowing down. He's in the gate 33, which runs off the throat center. And this is the gate of retelling, telling a new story. And thinking about this new story in this way is that I believe we all have this golden frequency. The golden frequency is your unique voice, your tone, your cadence. No one sounds like you, period, ever, never. This is your fingerprint, but it's more impactful because it makes people feel a certain way. This is why we save recordings from loved ones who have passed on, so we can still feel them around. We can still feel their energy through their vocal tone. It puts us instantly into, it's like when you hear a song and the singer's voice, it just takes you right back to a place. There's a feeling attached to voices, and the stories you tell matter. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whether you're telling those stories to the plants or the birds, or you're telling those stories to generations, whatever it is really, really critical and important. Your stories matter so much right now because you are writing the future. And I think the more you can speak your desires out loud, the faster you will see change. I promise you, this is one thing that I've been working on is not just writing down my wishes. Like, yeah, it's a full moon. Don't just write down your ideas. Talk about them out loud. You can go and sound crazy. Go talk about them out into the world. You don't need to tell anyone specifically. Tell universe, God, source, spirit, whomever you speak to, but don't keep it up here. Don't talk to them from this place. Talk to them from this place. Let them hear that vibration in your frequencies. Like, I know I'm going off script here. Sorry. Not sorry. But when you were born, you either screamed or cried or, made that announcement to universe being like, yo, I am here. I'm ready. Let's get down to business. So if they don't know what you want, they can't give you what you want. And it's time to start saying that out loud so that they hear you and can deliver the things. Are you struggling? Are you freaking out? Do you need something? Ask for it, but say it out loud. All right, rant over. Let's move on. Venus, she's in the gate 16 here, which is also another throat activated gate. This is the gate of zest. You can hear and feel the enthusiasm in my voice, not the enthusiasm, but the zest for life. I'm excited. I truly believe we are on this tipping point of the more people like you who sit through these videos, who watch them, who integrate, who feel what people like me are maybe saying, because there's so many wonderful people out there, Pam Gregory being one of them. There's just so many amazing people out there saying great things that really helping to be stewards of this next iteration of where we're headed and how to stay out of the deep weeds while we're doing that. And if you don't like, the idea of getting excited about shifting and changing, then it's an invitation. If you're being triggered in one way, shape, or form, it's an invitation to look at, well, what is it that I'm not excited about? Where am I, worried or fearful or scared, or I don't have that level of passion? Your level of passion doesn't need to match mine, but it definitely somewhere within you is ready for a change, or you would not be here and you would not be listening to this. So use that zest for passionate transformation, because that's what Venus wants for you. Venus is currently in Aquarius and she is marching to the beat of her own drum. She wants to do things differently. How you magnetize, how you manifest, how you attract things towards you, what you're attracted to, what you're attracting is all correlated to this energy of zest for life right now, especially in this moon. So gate 64 here, this is where Mars is. This is also a really important place. Gate 64 is connected to that mindset up here in the head, right? And we want to look at this for divine transference. This is where you've been receiving big ideas, really big ideas. Some of you have been receiving such extraordinarily big ideas that you literally don't know what to do with them, and you're stuck in the how. Well, how am I going to do this? Who am I to make this happen? You know, how will I get this into play? You don't need to worry about that if you can surrender to the waters of the world and let the emotions drive the manifestation. So you can allow yourself to receive the idea, to think about the idea, but to speak about the idea, feel about the idea, and then it calibrates in like a magnet. Your heart is literally a magnet. When we look at the human design concept, there's this idea out there, and Karen Curry Parker has talked about this, that the heart being a magnetic monopole can only magnetize towards it. So whatever you are thinking about, speaking about, feeling about is coming to you, whatever it is. So this is where keeping your mind as clean and clear as possible is the name of the game, in order to take that big idea you've been receiving and actually bring it into the world, into manifestation, so that you can see it, right? You got to feel it to believe it. That's the thing. So you don't need to see it. You just need to feel it. Okay. Jupiter here, he is in the gate 52. This is the gate of perseverance. And this is where a lot of you have been deep in the weeds of persevering. I'm using the weeds today a lot because I just feel like some of you have really felt like you've had to navigate these deep, dark places. And, you know, maybe you're starting to feel a little bit lighter and you don't know why. I truly believe it's because you've worked so hard, you've put so much in, you've pushed through a lot of stuff that has felt absolutely overwhelming and debilitating, but you kept going. Your blessings are arriving right now because of that commitment and perseverance. You are getting gifted with rewards and I don't know, inspirations and ideas maybe because of that work. So keep going. Don't quit if that is something you need to hear. And I came across this philosophy just sort of the other day, because for the last couple of weeks, I haven't put out anything. I put a podcast out every twice a week, and I needed a break. I didn't have any inspiration. I was like, I couldn't push through. I couldn't force myself to push through because there was just zero inspiration. And maybe you have felt like this, you know, maybe you felt like you got caught up a little bit in all the things that have been going on in the world and all the rhetoric and all the things. And I live in Canada, so we can't even see all the news because our government decided we shouldn't see all the news. So I can't even see all the things that are going on in the world. I can't imagine those of you who can see it all, how you're feeling if I'm feeling this way and I can't even see half of it. So there is this idea, I think, of, you know, Mel Robbins has this let them theory, like let them do whatever and you be fine and move on about your business. But I have this idea of the tell them theory, because a lot of people are doing things that you're inspired by. You're watching, you're consuming, you're enjoying, you're being moved forward in this inspiring way because of the work that somebody is doing, yet you never tell them that. This can even be like in your family, you know, where you're so grateful that you had an experience with your mother or your father or your aunt or sister or whoever. And it's like they've helped you in some way, shape, or form, or something they did. Just you're watching them do things for other people, and it's really making your heart feel beautiful. Tell them, Tell them about it. Tell them about it, because when you tell people about it, it helps with these waters that I'm talking about, the world waters. And so the more we can feel good by hearing positive reinforcement, it does something for us. It changes the dynamic of the water. So again, it's just something that I've been thinking about and I've been playing with. And I was like, I leave people. So what I did over these last 2 weeks when I wasn't creating content or whatever, I left voice notes for people, like the people that I just have been really watching and inspired by, from local little things to big things. It just, like, whatever it is that you're feeling inspired and excited by, tell them. The tell them theory. Let's move this forward. Let's let people know, like, because people will quit. If you don't get that positive reinforcement, you're like, what the fuck is this all for? Why am I doing all of this work if no one gives a shit? Right? And you will see great people quit because they don't know that anyone is listening. So if you're secretly listening to things and you're loving them, or they're doing something for you, or they're moving you in some way, shape, or form, tell them. Tell them. Practice that if it resonates for you. Okay. Now, we've already talked about Uranus being in the gate of patience. Saturn and Neptune are in Aries. This is a very big initiation point. I'm going to go over to the astrology quickly soon, but they're in the gate of spirit. This is all, again, coming into that spiritual awareness, spiritual awakening. Spirit runs off here. So it was appropriate that I just told you about the tell them theory to make people's hearts expand through that waters effect, through that emotional effect, and like really helping this expansion is going to create incredible initiations and new opportunities for all of us. The more our hearts begin to swell, the more opportunities are going to come in, and we're going to see new paths, and we're going to hear new ideas. And for a lot of you, you probably do hear things. You'll hear songs. Like today, I was outside just soaking in the morning. I was writing in my book, my journal notebook, and I was just sitting outside. And there were rainbows in the sky. It's a beautiful sunny day. There is no reason for rainbows to be up in that sky. And there were two rainbows. I took photos of them and it was incredible. So I know spirit is always around. However, I define that, and I kind of don't define it because I don't think it needs limits, to be honest. So that's how I look at it. But I just know that you are all being divinely supported and guided, even when you don't know it. And sometimes you need to hear this from other people to just, that's a divine inspiration. When somebody out of the blue is like, hey, I've been watching you do this and it's like really amazing. Obviously, that feels good. We all just need to feel better, because I think we've been living in a world that is not giving, that it's taking more than it's giving. And we've forgotten how to receive, like what that feels like to have your heart expand. Okay. Now, Pluto is in the gate of imagination. He's been here for a while. He's expanding us. He's being activated by Uranus, and he's really being expanded in new ways. So this is where we are learning all the things that maybe we didn't know about before. And last, I just want to talk about Chiron, because Chiron's in the gate 3. Gate 3 is here. This is the gate of innovation, okay? And that gate of innovation is all about new ideas, new ways, new pathways. For those of you who are around the ages of, if you had a birthday in 76-ish, you may have Chiron in Aries. You may have Chiron at around 26, 27 degrees. I do. If you are, you're having your Chiron return, my friend. And Chiron return is all about becoming more spiritually connected. So I'm going to stop this share. I'm going to come back to you so that I can now share with you the astrology chart. Let's just kind of take a quick peek here. Let's look at the vibes. Let's talk about the things you just learned about, what gate the different planets were in. But now let's look at it from this lens. So on the day, the snapshot of this full moon, it's at 6:05 p.m. my time. I'm in Newfoundland. For those of you in Eastern Standard Time, this will happen around 4:30-ish, 4:35-ish. And so here we go. Here's that moon who is opposite the sun. That's when you know it's a full moon illumination. The sun is over here in Cancer, being like, let's go deep, let's go intuitive, let's really tap in, tune in, and explore how do we nourish ourselves? How do we receive? Are we allowing ourselves to receive? Because this is the invitation here. This moon out of bounds is just like wildly out of bounds. And she's saying, well, what structures? Do we like these structures? Well, are they making us feel supported and nurtured and intuitive? And if they're not, well, maybe it's time for them to go bye-bye. And this is the invitation, is like full moon illuminations are around the invitation. What are you seeing? What is shifting? What is changing? What is opening? What are you exploring? So we have Uranus here, who is making a trine aspect, positive aspect down here to Pluto. Uranus, he's very electric. He is very fast moving. He is blowing things up. And I hate to say that, but it's true. Whatever has felt like is been deep, dark, mysterious, we're seeing things so differently now. Venus is also making a trine to that Pluto, divine feminine, opening up into all, like we're seeing all the sides of things, that the darkness that maybe we didn't see before is now being illuminated, and we're seeing things so differently. Also, Neptune is making a sextile positive aspect to Pluto. This is that spiritual parts of ourselves is going deep, right? Wherever you felt taboo around the depth of the depths, you're being awakened in this way. And it is very big. It's very heart opening. So I just want to keep this as light as possible, but also that you understand what is going on and what we're here to look at. We're here right now in this time of reclamation. Your innocence, like this is where Gemini energy is very playful. It's very creative. It's very witty and fun and light. It's not so heavy. And we've been sitting in a lot of deep, heavy stuff. We are now coming out of that, like having Uranus move out of Taurus, which is that heavy earth, grounded earth, into an air sign, is lifting us up. It's elevating our hearts. Having Neptune and Saturn moving into Aries, they're coming out of those waters, those deep, dark waters of Pisces, and into a fiery, movement-oriented, like we're having major planetary shifts and changes. And with that comes all kinds of unexpected things that we could never have. We don't know where this is going. We don't know what's happening. So again, tell the people that are inspiring you and that you're loving, that you are loving it and you're inspired by it, because it will make a difference in someone's life and it will make a difference in your own life. So now, Pluto has also moved into Aquarius from Capricorn, as you know. And so we're going to have a retrograde. We're going to have a retrograde where Neptune and Saturn go back into Pisces for the last hurrah. So you're getting a chance right now to make these changes, to believe in yourself, to believe in your own intuition, and trust in what you are understanding to be true from your lens. And Uranus will move back into Taurus again as well. We will have Jupiter's going to go retrograde too. I don't know if he goes all the way back, but anyway. Yeah, Pluto is in Aquarius now permanently. So that is where we're at with that. But yeah, big changes, big shifts ahead. And you have an opportunity here to go deeper. Let's pull a couple cards just to see if there's anything I missed or something else we need to go into. But do drop those grocery bags. So if you remember that Sabian symbol of this young child carrying full grocery bags and just being this super responsible, if that was you, if you felt like you had to do that, like you can drop the bags. You can drop those bags now. You are probably a full-grown adult who's still feeling very responsible for the world, and maybe it's time to be that visionary that you've always known you could be and you wanted to be, but somewhere along the lines that got ripped away from you. All right, first card is the Restore card, and this is about restoring our energies, being receptive, like watering our own gardens first. So if you need water, you need food, you need something, get it for yourself. The Mirrors card is here. And again, I said this at the beginning, like if there's something that's triggering you by things that I'm saying, like you're like, not having it, ask yourself what is here for you instead of just being like, nope, and moving on. Maybe there's an invitation. I mean, I'm a manifester. I'm here to initiate people, and it's polarizing. So you may love me or hate me, and that is facts, but hopefully you at least get something initiated. Life Lessons card is also here, and I think that this has been a hard lesson to have to carry the weight of the world and feel so damn responsible, if that has been your experience. And then I'm just going to pull one more for pleasure. Listen to guidance. I love this because this is the reminder to tune in, to tap in, to really be aware of what's happening. So let's wrap this up. I'm going to stop the share. Welcome back, my friends. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I see you. Go and tell the people who've been inspiring you and motivating you to shift and change your life in ways that are profound. Be open. You're receiving so much information and insights that it's not just to sit with it. It's to do something with it. And yeah, that's it. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Happy full moon. Enjoy the vibes of this moon and what it's here to show you. And until next time, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.